is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Aha, aye Boadu TV so. Breaking news abeto you actually say yeyi chema Wontumi. Ai, you are there na duya omoyi chema Wontumi. Na ohwe video a chema Wontumi na ofi Yokofo office na nensa eda eye general secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua Komu na Yera Brana Champon ka ho panyefo bi ka ho a ne nan benkum no se na oto no amafo se settings ana se bi ka se master ko se denyo se yare nso no yare because hu chema hu se he's not well chema is not well at all na Kwaku Annan se onim no wase Wontumi is not say the problem be solve no he's far I say chairman problem no afi kwa na ashase Kwaku Annan no Ofori Atta nso amba ne time so wamba eti Kwaku Annan say bebi Ofori Atta hye biya wo esi mkotwe ne mra yedi Wontumi APA Wontumi APA de wo so Ofori Atta kom eti Wontumi out Ofori Atta in substitution and no.
The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure Mr. Ofori Atta's return to the jurisdiction and to answer to the criminal inquiries against him.
Well, in a press conference, Kisi Jaben addressed here, no, and Uti and just gone past. But then again, I would ask some few questions on my mind. Say, why can Ofori Atta be nadwene say? Or do your mind we be fasati bia we so, and he doesn't care? But then again, what saddens me throughout after the press conference, is the pushback by Ken Ofori Atta's lawyers, Frank Davis, mounting a spirited pushback at Kisi Jaben, and now daring Kisi Jaben say Kisi enye worse. Na baby a fence and Ken Ofori Atta obiano obetimi akwa no inform. Really? Hey, aseme na ekoso o mem hayi. Hwe ohawa Ken Ofori Atta dia beto Ghana so. Na yembi say ho say time ben ene Ken Ofori Atta hu say woyare. See wo mem ha wo. Ene Ken Ofori Atta be ka kire say wenya liver problem. Into omokoye liver transplants no. I'm not quite sure that that's a liver cirrhosis. No, I guess I liver cirrhosis. But just a liver transplant. Obi eni Ghana ha always shiki friends saying Ken Ofori Atta na Ofori Atta say sebi onka nenimu so no. But e ba ne saying ena Ken nana ya Ofori Atta every abemwa say bam ena Ofori Atta de no hu kewira eno ano no what no kewira settle away bam wo kodura America memu a Ken Ofori Atta yarenti ontimi magana biom sana mo cheche mu democracy sana ye de tra on my way mu de mo de ye on my Ghana ni obi akoka bia otumi kan menkwa me koka bi o msi Kwaku ye boy ididi ni patem mo hu de ekoso manim se nyame nka ho no wanto ano na reka de wo be ka to ho no nipa beka se wonim kasa but na mu mpanimfo yi a wo modi oman sunsum ni oman kra wo modi ewura esumu ene wo modi bone eti oman ka nyankopon we sira wo man awie obo ni wiase wo no pe nwonim o ene wo de Ghana be gina wiase ni na finfin the middle of the world, the epicenter of the world. No di yebisi ha ene o se mommo bra ene o man bi biara betimi dia abobra e wo wiase ma se de amayaman na eye yenkwa ye die ye ye muni ya anye yi ye mpanimfo ye di aburo die aburo emu ode etrimode huhuma ni trimode a owuo kra ba wotumi ma o mercy kakra otumi ma o mercy se nyabotre ba mo de ewua mo de Ghana yete se sebe nyado sebe kronto sebe mpreduasa hwe Ghanaian politician ni binom de Ghana ekuya Ghana no mo de ayete se oba emema be du ejina ne so na obia efa no atego yeah na ama Ghana is standing there at the glance of these 10 men. Okay? Now show them. She has lifted her eyes in despair, wondering where the next help is coming from. The help cometh from the Lord. All right? Na mu gang ripo mu repe amagana intensely, without a break, without mercy, without any cause of regrets. No. Mwa yedi leadership eshe monse wo memu ha. This is what you are doing to this very nation called Ghana. The sovereignty. You are not at one point ready to defend the integrity, the sovereignty, the sanctity, and the integrity of this nation under any circumstances. No, you are not ready to defend the integrity, the sanctity, the sovereignty of this nation. No, rather, your quest to rip off this country and rip intense rip is the order of the day. As men call heartless and wicked and evil, it's your hallmark, and you don't care. Because if you care, and me tear Frank Davis, and I'm say, hey, now Frank Davis, where you Ghanaian? Ora Frank Davis, or you Ghanaian? I'm so wow. And he said na said in prayer, sir. Nimdie ebetumi di nipa bi akọ. Say na nimdie betumi aye nipa bi ne mo. Sa na tie. Say nipa bi betumi esua de ehun enya nimdie. Nimdie a ye de boye man. Nimdie a ye de siesie man. Nimdie a ye de hwema man ebeye krabehwe o. Ye mpanimfo idie bi te se papa ye oda hoi. Onim sa banmom sunsuma atu omuni se womako suade no woye finance minister woko suade se ne finance no wode be bo micro no wode be wia o man sika no wia afi enipa bi nso womako suade e wo mranimu wonom so ba abeje wo matatai o ma wa etu na wo mo de emra no mo ko suan no a ye de betwitwa age o man no die o man asie no wo mo de samra no so etwitwa age o mo e wo bone a wo masen edi etia o man no awo Ghana nya omobo ewura no ye pamoche wo wonyankopon wo ho o man nya mu dia wo o man nya mu dia wate Mika say Shisika Ken Ofori Atta is being accused to have looted. But in certain parts of this nation, particularly go beyond the borders of the south and go to the northern belt. Perhaps even here in the south. There are various places, even in Kranza, places Bebrewa and Kran Kreyo, yeah. The future leaders of this country, one more right? With their bellies all lie prostrate before the Lord. With their belly lying prostrate before the Lord God. In many parts of the country, they are still there sitting on their buttocks, sitting on what? On bricks. Some are sitting bare floor, no chairs, nothing. There are some schools if you are memuha, obekono womuni mrechie, emrechio, emponche, enentrie. and at a demo. There are some schools if you are memu ha ubedru edem wonom enchirebe nim pemire at the school ho nyafa Ghana hana make say 21st century asam na menemu ken. You will never see it anywhere in any developed nation or a nation that is really grasping, yearning to develop. Against the backdrop of say empenifone woman mun say no say sikano aye no ye fan ko develop sa schools ni na wo mensimu ama nkura ni nye bi nko emesua de no ye mpenimfo no de ebetimi aye ne se ye nsa ne edu ye de bom sika nim ne yatam ne de akogugu ye bank account e wo foreign banks nim ne ade ye de bia toto dan e wo man mu plush areas ye de bi nso atoto cars e wo oman ni ye wia ye de bi so afa ma eni bi atoto dan ama ma nam ne ade ni ye wia e kwan no a ye ka say bi na da screen so this is a school located here in the Republic of Ghana enye ware ho awo aten kwaku me kasa ye si min kasa yi ba me yam hihye me pa I can take care of my daughter straight up and I'm taking care of her so beautifully. You can decide to zip, close this mouth. My catcher mo say, aha, I can decide to quit this job and I'll eat. You don't know? I can. I can decide to quit journalism and kweku, I'll survive for the rest of my life. Yeah. So that won't no kasebium, I'll be gone. But nipe bisu o memu ha. Womo wire womo dia hye nipa binom se esimesi obentin mekasa magana mpinimfo ntie no na womo nsakire omadwene na omonye nioma ese fata no ntini yete he yente ha schools no munyi bimra omo titi petemu 20 bria me ne ukase John Mahama wa amemwemu John Mahama is trying his best. John Dramani Mahama is trying the very best of him to ensure that people livelihood, there is life, there is smile. He really want to put a smile on the faces of every Ghanaian. Now, so clear, vivid, said John Dramani Mahama is displaying the quality leadership. You can say, and you may be bring air drop it down, including fewer. You too fewer more, no money baby and your mascata. And then when say fewer, ni na drop it down. Momo frani bi na gu hon. Where school benya. Oh, the likes of Ofori Atta. Ofori Atta are abandoned the properties all over. Wa abandon then ne can say enterprise assurance. Wa abandon then the transition. Baby adi efunu gu no. Wa abandon the data bank. We gani. Wa kwatena America. Now a lawyer, a renowned lawyer like Frank Davis got that energy. Frank Davis has that balls, the alacrity, the prowess, and will not and may not and cannot be a bit sympathetic. My goodness, I have said, what's his name? Frank Davis cannot be sympathetic. Frank, you cannot be sympathetic to this country by say. Ken Ofori Atta at your main akotebia tisemu atamo main sika hodo bam with Janiko. Ombe yin huano osi no. Now listen guys, do you know what friends saying Ken Ofori Atta episode here? Now Ken Ofori Atta episode onu determine the course of arrangement. Kwanya yemfa no mfaso e de makisi jaben. He now want to determine how Ken Ofori Atta onu determine kwanya yemfa no mfaso. Say ni ye nasem. Inti no pese ye virtual den. Ye interview. And same ya kisi jabe pese obi se ni bia no. O se ye mfanye virtual deben. Ewo ahomaso na wo mani ni nkomo. Sa wo ho. O sha America mem ho. But Ken Ofori Atta be hu say the properties be bre ewo mem ha. Government be to den start to see immediately. Right? Ken Ofori Atta himself very well said he led Ghana to the IMF. He led this country to what? To the IMF. at the benefit of his private entities such as what? The data bank. Namumisa, Mate say, Abanwe by NDC, but Mate say, ne all the company, what is it? Yeah, the Yansato to no government in touch you. And that's the beauty of this. Sequoia baby, I swear to God, and Ofori Atta no cha abane by ya pet because Ken Ofori Atta ensured say about 11 banks in this country. 11 banks. Me group chairman station yanedia said we are going go. Ono kwane bank na there a Heritage Bank. Do you know how much Sedu Agongo invested in Heritage Bank? $60 million. I don't want to go to the rest. And I me wafa. Me wafa Parkwesi Indum. Mokai Parkwesi Indum in the bank. Do you remember Parkwesi GN Bank? Maybe say Parkwesi Indum or invested saying our GN Bank mu Ken Ofori Atta and about saying 11 banks or more. Ken Ofori Atta eshenatare white. Eto Methodist hymns. Eye do baby a. Na wo hwomu Nyankopon basaya adomi enim. Ehwe this Ghanaian business entrepreneurs which Ken Ofori Atta knows that these businessmen, they are the driving force of the local economy. Ken Ofori Atta knows that all of this business enterprise, they are the nerve center of the local economy. Ken Ofori Atta showmanim nimse wenum, they are the nerve center of the Ghana economy. However, knowing said, Ghana's economy, about 60% of our economy depends on what? FDIs, foreign direct investment. But then, before the foreign direct investment, ben, na local economy no. Etimi shepi emobia hu aiden atonoma nioma ekoye. Ken Ofori Atta amfa neni anto wonyankopon ogunina. Na can you imagine say nipa baako bank sika say na wom $60 million and nipa e wom ye pamo mu na akoe boni a Ken Ofori Atta edie no eno se ne yam ye ya ni liver eye ne ya enti ni lawyers no eye hwan Frank Davis etinye nya kukuduro abegina a national radio so kasa kire Ghana say papa no kiseja bi opo onye de obeyi bia emfa no opo nkofa ne mra no ono ana asemo folks when na Friday ma me ya ade bi ne ebi ti ase bi so nti ase ba yizi ya mpenifo kan no ya nka no kwa yesi edua na esu kutu sa no a me kotena ase no wo kotena ase a enye yie me di kwaku ananse se edua na ase na me kotena ne edua ebutu miti so wo be ye ntikuma nti wo kotena ase a enye yie kire se ese se me ye a learning curve at the mount so that we be taking all steps in very well and yes sir Sima na no said ya wait to no na no top nations senior citizens be were arrested o ya mo say ebra ya mo no hwe na bebre yare o me say ya mo na bebre na o mo yeden na o mo yare somebody like Victor Salome. When Victor Salome was arrested, Victor Salome, I'm not saying this then perhaps Nebuchadnezzar from Van Jemi. Not Victor Salome, Salome. Not peacemaker. Eshana come on. She said, this is a device. Na kuma ni into me morning to ye dia shower ema na kuma ni into me. Ne ni efi pa ye. Na Victor Salome ne ni efi ye. Ebra ye chief Victor Salome. Ye de Victor Salome. Ye de ni kodru nsa wo mo no. Hwade a prison warden or catcher or say listen. You will not be given any special treatment to that of you being what? No. You are going to be treated same as your colleagues here. No Nyankopon ya aduma won Wednesday ye be ya DB. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys transcripts of some top people who were arrested in the same fashion today. The history is in the making. Victor Salome and the rest. Papa Nana Netia Papa, your friend is saying, he was then a Greek minister. Okay, no. Oh, no, Netia Papa Bisa, Bibi Bisa. Yeah, Yachumuni Gumu. Chachu Chikata is alive. And Chachu Chikata was arrested in where? In the Holy Grail. He was arrested while Chachu, renowned, reputable lawyer in this country. Kisie Jabin investigated a former president Maniye Anna Wante. Me say Kisie Jabin why investigating a former president in this country Oyamwaya. The then former president John Dramani Mahama why investigating and then the report to DPA. Mante. Now Mr. President or investigating and president on Yenipa. John Mahama no Yenipa. Edru Ken Ofori Atta so Ken Ofori Atta bru ni pebia so. Sir. The Abayana say, SM Tomano Naraka on this guy. But I know say Ken Ofori Atta Nankas. Oh, say Busian won. Minim nipa woman so much Ken Ofori Atta ni Busian. Akufo-Addo minim a lot of them. But the sad part is on. We now no munya sika no. Woman face can so am wo mabusuano. No. Me say there's a group of this led by Akufo-Addo Nankasa. Ken Ofori Atta ka ho. Ah? Ninua Bompti eka ho. Asante Bedie Etuo ka ho. Right? Gabi Asare Ochere Dako ka ho. Womunya. Yes. Woman mo ebusuano. Woodia womutrimu din said umesi just say my goodness, unbelievable. Obi say Ken Ofori Atta ono ani nua ntimi moni din cause nipa nim ne kakra ono ani nua o so ni nsem at the time wa Ken Ofori Atta eboa ma Akufo-Addo abe candidate no Ken Ofori Atta eso mus okoko gamot omuma niska Oko baby to say, my friend is saying, fan milk. On one in nua, or well connected, so in some Kojiji, Sika, baby, the boy Akufo-Addo. A brown bar power. Oh my goodness. I don't know, be any own just will nim baby and in me say, nim baby and in. How many times concerted efforts and in and by yes, Mummy baby in share, baby or coebian or more pamunifro. Monte, womunia ba consoa, on also. Or yeah, a be by a friend Angel Ofori Atta. Ghana for Monkaino. Akufo-Addo Busian for Angel Ofori Atta. Yeah, on no crowd sent to almost in Kunaka. Womuni anum bin soon on de sa energy plants buy energy plants cram refi. And also mo de buy ya and also into mo ya den agye free in semwa. Just say pasa akwawe. We yo okronfo. We this guy. Okromfo na brebeni wudini simahun so osi asodan ya enchesa asodan mi do nyame I would have taken it in on my own hands mekwa akohia asodan no but enya sorry the way sisini na national security for mommo na japade no ho ban ne enterprise assurance mommo ho ban is it enterprise mommo ho ban me de me nkasa o Ghana fo de ni hwade o me do nyame obo soro ni asa me say ye de ni hwade o. But we are all much more than glad, grateful to John Dramani Mahama say what set it inquiry say yen hwehwe ni no but Ken Ofori Atta but unya pade no ho ban your enterprise assurance baby wo de da efunu no transition bo ho ban data bank bo ho ban e wo memu ha say na wo de se wo se sune Ghana wo mabioma ye de onyankopon Jack and Ofori Atta eja no kwai kuse sha America ho wo de memma eno de yen ye de no as far as Kisie Japan de obey de Kisi knows what to do yen e be kire no but yemu binimu a yen ye kasama the non-aligned movement yesi Kisie Japan wo de ye wadwuma na mom Ofori Atta wo de sune sha America manim yenim se Kisie Japan onim de so ye na ode wo ba wo fe se wo ma wo de hye ho dum odomankum owuo ono wo abasako mu to enche kura bo hu se saa na mo ye ya ena mu nua bedi etu ene wa betron ma mu ha oya de genjan bi kwa wa betron ma mu ha ade genjan na mo ye wo saa mo maban ni mu no boni na mo diti oman no ewukasam na mo diti oman no your heartless nature of handling this country mo ye so heartless mo ye mean na mo ye wicked na mo ye wudifo na mo ye akronfo na mo ye nabrabafo na mo ye wudifo ba ye jamo de mo ma asafo yehoa obosoro ni asase ode mo chefa be ma mo me donyame se mo mfiri asase so nko one by one without each one of you receiving your gift. I'm telling you, it is a whole kind of forgotten so unim dia ye ntem ma una moto na wura omanimu fast hwe Ghana ye honhom me kan kura kire mo na due me say Ghana ye honhom. But you see, and then me towards and so wow, now it makes sense to me and I can understand. It makes sense to me some of the things former and late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings did in this country. It makes so much sense to me. I swear to God, it makes so much sense to me what Jerry John Rawlings did in this country in the days of the AFRC, the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council. Some of the things he did in the Provisional National Defense Council, the PNDC era. It makes sense to me. Trust me, guys, it makes sense to me. Akronfo will not understand some of the things of former President Rawlings. They will not understand. And only I know. And because had it not been Sir Rawlings would truncate some of this bunch of criminals. And no Munyama Chagana Medru say, however, say you like, you don't like. I'm telling you. Ope say, how? Debbie, he stopped a lot. You see, their mannerism, their way of doing things, and their way of their politicking, no. It's a whole conglomeration of what? Of agenda setting. Say, we are here to milk this nation and destroy the nation. They don't care. Folks, and then but again, we are also learning, say, the battle Wontumi, of course, the iron hands of Yoko has left him off the hook. The center cannot hold. Of course, the center of the opposition New Patriotic Party cannot hold. On Friday, there was what you call a standoff between lawyer and the Apia Kubi. A personal lawyer to Ntwibu Esiakon and the party's director of legal affairs, Gary Nimakon, threw the bail process of Wontumi into the gutters, according to their narrative. The confusion is isi womantem. If you don't know, according to Andy Apia Kubi, your personal lawyer, Ma Wontumi no. Asem obeka say, oh, processing bibia you okay o. Processing you okay according to him, onim de akobaye, and one say, omu yan say another application bi so fly wo wiem. As a party o. Na say yache Wontumi atum na say Wontumi no on a personal lawyer mpa. Still, because of the fact say Wontumi no oye a whole region no chairman no at least 2 lawyers and our party ni mumpenim for you must sit to confer na mo be share ideas say what is going on. So then what it means is say and the Apia Kubi and the party legal director no Gary Nimakono nkomokra nyanko so ye and obi aye ne dia. Now it is evidently clear that the center of the opposition New Patriotic Party NPP cannot hold as lawyer and the Apia Kubi is holding Gary Nimakon responsible for his inability to have secured a bail for his clients. Gary Nimakon also hold lawyer and the Apia Kubi responsible for not reporting the matter earlier to the director of legal of the party. Interesting times ahead. Arehuye. Well, but until today, there are sharp division among Ghanaians over whether to grant Wontumi bail or remain in custody regardless of the crimes committed. Ghana for bebree if you mu di ho abobo yenya Wontumi mi enya bisi e mani nshem e bisi yenya no. Well, ye ka say you releasing no, but Wontumi's battles are far from over.
Yeah, flag bearer and running later.
No. About that, Lodina.
Fancy be kana sense we ho. Esi siasam nko a o. Esi siasam semwa enkwasum no te ho na Friday na America no. Mwetu no for saying obi so oh ye tu Wontumi kwaku ye tu no for sa onfa ye tu Wontumi onfa no mo nse nne won so okwa no wakopem wakwakoto ne bema yes wo be pam hufu apampam modako pe obekwa akoto won so wakwakoto a waji ne nizo won wenim guase a wagu ne honim ase enim guase no wanfa mra one ne yire ne manko a o no or the abesan MPP for na waste mo time Wontumi egu ne honim ase wagu ne ho anim ase Wontumi wagu ho anim ase you've been disgraced enough. Oh, real size Wontumi sabris ye you now we share TV up. Oh, share TV. Real size. Real size and away kind Justice Atubiga e kind or catch a more MP before nibinum. Real size unya domo. What would go when catch a Ghana for say, hey, Wontumi a dom. It's see some qua. When real size, when you're dumb, you won't say the iron hands of Yoko and NIB, and won't say keke, won't say one who told bad, dead, your Ghana, just say, minima the crow, and then I make custom which will be said, Obinye Sikaka, Sikana Munyanka Kranka Kranum. Why won't you keep quiet and enjoy your money in your quietness? Why won't you keep quiet and enjoy your money in your silence? Why wouldn't you keep quiet and enjoy your wealth in your own place of abode? But you want to make noise for all of us to know, say, yeah, when you ska. And also, that trend in our air course woman, and also, saying, any Dick and Tom and Harry, stupid fool, be in Yesika. And so, ye did Dema Ghana, ye name who's when Yeska, and a year then. Show, I did be air course woman. Ghana ni wenye sikano the first thing I saw ye mo bia hu se wenye sikano e so koto first car ben one to Bentley or better Rolls Royce Oria no we be gina social media no the car ne be display say dey yeah hard work ya mean tuam ka bonefo many of them are all worshiping satanic cults. They are worshiping satanic altar. Many of you you've sold your soul to the dark world, to the demonic world, to the satanic world, in want of what? Wealth. But enjoy your wealth in your closet. Don't come and make noise to us. And they are many of them, they are in the political system. Many of them, they are in the entertainment industry. Movie actors and actresses. All right? Musicians, even gospel musicians. Mokotonto mo kra ne munipedua ema bonsam na bonsam hye mo nimunyam wi na omo de begina so hard work abodamfo. They want to advertise satanic to all of us to make it look as though the rest of us we are not working hard. Absolutely useless balderdish abodamfo. Womo Google politics ni mu uko social media omo nya na ho ene de aba no o enipa koma eprim na koma enipa trimo ya den bone ashomoma wobe se ni nua at the expense of say so de yeye emirikatuo men and women emirikatuo ya dia ya pesi yeye just say by close of the night so yeye no de bejira no makototo mo dan no wo mu isle go ho no mo mo ne trasako na sefo no mo ye de tuetue aso asif so bi mo obra. No, you know why? The reason why they will display their wealth for you to know, no, it's not because of hard work. They are advertising their satanic kingdom. They are advertising their satanic kingdom. Soon finish, soon born in worshiping, and you know they are then advertising so that it will entice you. Be warned and be careful. God, Yankopon can want some day or say that way, Beba, where men's hearts will fail them. Men will become so covetousness. All right? Men will be lovers of what? Lavish things. They don't care. Now, movie industry anymore. Some fianga who fibisa nanuya some 2 boys be frequent. I don't want to dignify by mentioning their name. Woman betran class or me a movie actors, right? Woman a movie actors. Kwasha and almost see them be on basis you. One more companies be on my wall. Now baby says so be one movie industry. Movies one year enough. On year enough. And so ne one person much trust and on hard work no require movies no and on menyeska and on yese and that's for many of them they are in the music industry, gospel artists, gospel musicians. All right? Baby omu gum say omu na ye satanic bonsam atomatiaka and oye den one more inshira munye munko advertisement. Many of them they are also in their political parties. They've joined occults and secret societies, ready to advertise their wealth, to let you know that they are working hard. You want to mo pesa mo say o Nyankopon ba. But God, Nyankopon de market ba mako. Ba ku bi o mem ha. Ente yo, no de ka akobo bi ba. We kunu kwa bisa se Ghana mraye ne den. Die na Ghana mraye no, okokwa. Ne hu fisa, no ne nam ho. Ono person chese we nipa chi obi abusuan we kunipa no kwa Ghana mrentimi amfa kwan bia so die ntia because they know themselves. It's a whole cabal of satanic altar they are all worshiping, satanic and demonic. You can't say clouds and on their cover mine so obekasa de papa bi course woman no masofo nya you say masofo ni ntumi nyahwe asofo no so obekom no woman so bonsam ato 99% of your so-called men of God. Koshom, and now so for no crap ye dear no crap chain woman members no. Who fees are useless men of God in the charismatic. Indeed, useless ones. Folks, me do much here. Manya musika no Manya musika na mo for musika na ntra mukuku na mo spend musika no. What it? Say bonsam atomwetiaka. Spend your money in your quietness. Do not come stupidly. Come and display your wealth. Nobody is interested in your satanic worship. We know you people too much. Bonsamwa mo somna wa mamu japade. Take it and live quietly. Do not come and entice young men and women who want to live decent lives. Wontumi mutu no fo ageni nie. Mumisa so enipa ben. Just a few minutes ago, Wontumi out of the headquarters of the Yoko and all 90 Sanum. Wayemre. Wayemre. Senenino, ye lokesha kwana ho, womo di bibi to so womo ye den and Wontumi nante. I mean, it's so sympathetic, isn't it? So sympathetic. It's so bad. But meko ahmana suna maye mene ye political analyst Nana Mankwai Dinkomo from UK to give us all the assessment. Nana Mankwai is a man of many parts, has worked with a lot of Ghanaian politicians, including even Wontumi. But before Nana Mankwai comes in, the frontline intelligence has gathered some disturbing news about Bernard Ntribue and how he allegedly maltreated a Chinese national. Chinese national we are or disturbing them. Guess what? Wontumi use the national security to frustrate this Chinese woman. Our intel revealed the Chinese woman, name withheld, had business deals with Wontumi, and during the business deal, guess what? Bernard Ntribue took advantage of the situation and took custody over several hundreds of Zonda trucks belonging to this Chinese woman, and later threatened the woman. Threatened the woman with national security officer called Edward Kwaku Asumeni. Yes, and then later urging the Chinese woman to sign a paper that she will no longer pursue the case again. Simon, show. So our tracks need be a Google and a go on. Tracks way a Chinese ni bi dia o. Chinese ni owo ne nkrata or ye legitimate business here. Me pese me boni din because it's a developing story. Chinese ni way me Wontumi akwose and the trucks, several of them, hundreds of the trucks, including excavators, wakwose sanina. And we no or the national security under the tenure of Kwaku Asumeni, another rogue. The former national security coordinator on that hono. Womuku na mami no Chinese ni no mamike womu pamo Chinese ni kwa maneko back to China. Then mamene samba back to Ghana bium. Yeka say Wontumi has been declared. Say Wontumi see China bium. He knows se munko bisano. Bernard and Tribue Siako Wontumi see China bium. Very decent Chinese woman or take Ghana or yenitwa. And the politicians know her. I'm not talking about Aisha Wano. No. Wontumi kwasesa ni tracks nina. Adena moye no the national security for. Eko huna maame no. Say maame ne sign paper. Paper say on my mede on me cancel you into one the tracks no ho. Ye the way dimu ebe mo de. Ye the way dimu ebe mo de. Do I have Nana Mankwa there? But you moment call London. No. Nana Mankwa. All right, great. Let's go to London and then speak to Nana Mankwa. Of course, he's a political analyst, a man of many parts, and of course also know Wontumi one way or the other in many circumstances of Wontumi's business and so on. Nana Mankwa, what you saying? Amankwa, what you saying?
Hello, Mehoye. How you doing? You
okay? Great.
Mama,
me volume kakra me tie Amankwa. Amankwa, BBI okay or London?
Yeah, everything is good. Mehoye.
Good one. I love your voice. Quite spirited one, isn't it?
Share with Tiff.
Great one. Now, Amankwa, gauging the space right now, it does appear that the iron hands of Yoko has left off the hook of Wontumi, and I'm sure you are also watching, current pictures all coming out now.
Yeah, I'm following the trend.
The breaking news story.
But why is that? There is a loud voice behind. That's an echo.
Sir,
as I speak to you.
Well, but I hear you loud and clear. Try to manage it for me.
Okay, then that's fine. If you can hear me loud.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. So the question I ask you is, whilst you are monitoring the situation now, the iron hands is off the hook. Wontumi, what do you make of the current developments now, right from the beginning and now?
On say, Makajo say Wontumi asem no. We are from the same hometown.
Exactly.
And we have some connections in the family setup sort of thing. We're from the same hometown. Sir, Anthony Freme, Chief Amankwa and Nana Amankwa.
Sure.
Because I was named after my grandfather.
Yeah.
And also no Papaya chief in the same village. So they are related some way. Intana is very, very disheartening for me.
I know, Pa.
My position is say why be wrong with that? Then the system should look into it and then see how they can resolve the matter. I'm not an apologist to anybody or any MPP or NDC person that goes and steal Ghana's money. And Yamamenya declare before I be able to talk about this matter.
Me too. Yeah, go ahead, Nana.
The case, the case is getting so complicated. Me feel that Mahama is doing a good job. If you talk to Musa Menokasa 3 months ago, me say let's wait and see.
Yeah.
For me now, Mahama, I'm not interested in democracy. I'm interested in development for the people.
Yeah.
The impact on the people's lives, and also a good leader. And if it's democracy or is it dictatorship, and we can get a good leader, like what happened in Singapore, they were under a dictatorship by a good leader. I don't care. Me democracy now, Marco Fagre to also Western copied democracy. No, you always say, you have to have your own narrative. I'm not interested in democracy. Can come in different forms. Democracy can come in different forms. For me, and the average Ghanaian doesn't need too much democracy. The average Ghanaian need housing, education, health. And the way Mahama is running, I don't think Mahama is playing. I don't think he's playing games.
Yeah.
Not this time. From the way things are going, he's not playing games. It is about to me, I manage a country, the way he's going now, and reduce corruption, and let processing of our raw materials in the villages expand the economy there. Why don't you let him rule? We don't need this.
Yeah.
Why is it that the security services in the country have always been ineffective when there's a government in power against its own people? Until we find a way to detach the presidency and the security, because it looks like the ECHO, the FBI, the Ghana version of FBI, whatever it is, and a special fraud office, police, they can do a good job. But the problem is that the constitution has actually disabled them, using the presidency to disable them. But Meno, if you are talking to me, I have one small trick any president in Ghana can use, and nobody will commit. It will reduce corruption by 80%. There's no violence in it. It's a small trick. Na kwekunya time aframe na menkancho na kache president. It's a small trick he can do, but I can't say it on the phone. It doesn't involve any arrest, no any violence. It's a small trick. It will reduce corruption by 80%. And this is where we are with Wontumi's case. I know the next question.
Good one. Now, I'm sure we are also learning, I'm sure you've also heard, sir, the former finance minister is trying to dictate the pay there. Obeba be answer questions on corruption and related charges. Or say, Oma, so this year, Yemfa, Opeso, you're kind of saying, a virtual interview or say, and of course, the lawyers are also stamping hard. Say they will not allow their client to come. In circumstances like this, what do you think the President John Mahama should begin to be seen doing in such situation? Olidi Ghana call IMF. No one company benefit is so huge. Enterprise assurance, or a lot of properties in so forth. What do you think the government should be seen doing now? In the case of Ofori Atta?
I'm going to go back to the same issue, to me, it's a product of the system that is corrupted.
Good.
Ofori Atta is also a product of a corrupted system.
Yeah.
The finance minister, I think MPP who bought power in the last 8 years, they took the level of corruption on a different level. I think corruption has always existed, but these people took it on an industrial scale. How can a finance minister?
I see.
They took it on the MPP. They took the corruption to a different level, a complete different level, in an industrial scale corruption. Mahama agrees that this is a crime scene. I've actually been elected. I feel sorry for it. I've been elected to inherit a total crime scene. Everywhere is corrupt. From the judiciary, every aspect of the society is corrupted. Oh, your finance minister, when we wabai, any interviewer, investigation. This is even an allegation.
Yeah.
You don't want to come. It shows to me clearly from a distance that you are running away from something. Because if you are not, you should be very. And this sickness, Ghana for and Penifua, anytime they are called on, they are facing a little bit of sacrifice, accountability issue, they fall sick. I find it very, very strange.
Yeah.
I think what the OSP should do is, if you are sick, your doctor will make his report.
Yeah.
And they can also appoint an independent doctor in America to go and assess him.
Yeah.
Then give another report. To say Kroma say, we are insurance claimer. Insurance claimer. Doctor no beka say we are and say. And so insurance company no so better send you doctor go to their doctor for him to make an assessment that is it possible that it's okay for you to travel to be interviewed. So the OSP can also appoint a doctor. It doesn't cost that much, $1,000. Go and make a full. So Ofori Atta should submit himself to that doctor in that same state in America to go and make an assessment and make sure that this man cannot travel to come and answer questions. That's another way to fix this problem.
I see. It sounds pretty. Now,
what you say, me doctor say me yare.
Yeah.
Into me back. And so because it's an important matter, we are a very important person. They can also say, upon to doctor, the government of Ghana will pay for that doctor. He should make himself available for him to assess him.
Yeah.
And write a report. It's based on that report, like I said, 2 doctors are given 2 conflicting issues.
Yeah.
It means that one, another doctor, he's paid him to say, I cannot travel. Yes, your doctor, he can travel. So there's a dispute. And then they can then proceed with the case and the trial. I think the guy is running away from his own shadows, to be quite honest with you. And a lot of them are. They've stolen a lot of money.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Those people have become, in the last 8 years, Ghana created more multi-millionaires than even business people who have been doing business for the last 30 years.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
They have a lot of money.
Wow. Some are suggesting that we should confiscate the properties here, or even before then he stepped foot here in Ghana. Do you go with that same analogy?
I know they say it's easy for the government to be able to put his hand or hold on it. But these people know how to move money around.
Yeah.
They know how to hide money. They are very sophisticated in those ways around here.
Yeah.
So you can seize what they've got, but they will still walk away still as multi-millionaires. They know how to move money around. There's so many ways of doing that. And let's say Mauritius, let me draw with any amount. Those questions asked Mauritius. Mauritius, that's how a lot of money is going into Mauritius at the moment.
Yeah.
As soon as you arrive at that island, there's no questions asked. And see, many people said the guy is running away from his own shadows, and I don't believe that he may be safe. That is not the issue. But is he strong enough to come and face interrogation? That is where an independent doctor can make an assessment and write a report and tell it to the OSP.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, because
yeah.
And I also because of who you are to me. And I may say important to Baby Humi. And to me, my catcher say, okay, present yourself to my doctor for my doctor to counter what you are saying. If my doctor agree, then we will find another way of doing it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's only one-sided.
But now he's also giving conditions there. No, OSP rather on any virtual the
OSP should decline because now we HSU.
Yeah.
Now who are HSU? Now my attempts.
That's right.
This doesn't make sense. You are the suspect. Suspect, no. If you allow the suspect to start to give you 10 there, then you've lost the game. Why would the suspect be giving you the 10?
But OSP is not going according. No, he has declined. And said, and he has declared the red alert.
The suspect is rather giving you the 10. So he's disrespecting you.
Yeah. And he's been backed by his lawyers.
No, sir, the point is, no more appointed, no.
Yeah. That's quite disturbing.
MPP in the last 80, but all these things, sometimes don't blame the Wontumi. They are product of the system. The system created them. The main problem is the presidency. That is where everything starts.
Yeah.
And ends. The presidency is where, because Kwekuma explaining something, corruption will never stop.
Yeah.
Even under NDC or under MPP. But what you can reduce it, is when the leadership is perceived to be punishing it.
Exactly.
So what he has here.
Sure.
If the leader doesn't punish it, and I'm also my creative constitution said the leader is exempted. I always tell you, I respect Okujo to Ablakwa. In the future, I'm managing president. You know why? MP wa Ghana, what passed the law? it affects he himself. You see, we should not buy property, state land. And it affects himself. Obi Wontumi nya law. Emma law no entry on one kasa per se, no. He doesn't believe in the law.
That's correct.
That is the question I throw to any president of Ghana.
Yeah.
If you cannot make a law and you yourself submit to the law, then you cannot be trusted. Because you are telling me you have made a law for me, but the law doesn't apply to you.
That's correct. Good.
But I don't think Mahama is playing. I don't think he's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing games this time.
That's right.
He's going to go after them.
Yeah.
It's also so when we are Ghana Sika, go and account for it.
That's right.
Take your audited documents, make sure everything is okay. And then I don't think if everything is okay, they can do anything to you.
Yeah. Good.
But there's so many of these MPP people who did not want to protect themselves because some of them, they have a lot of what we call unexplained wealth.
Yeah.
Their money, you cannot explain their wealth. And this will be Ibrahim Bahanman, who my business for the last 30, 40 years. On Oscar, I don't have an issue with it. But some of these people, they just become millionaires in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
And how they don't own factories, they don't own any industry, they just happen to have money. But yeah, Ghana, your problem is your man lawyers now called doors for parliament to work. All you need is ordinary men, engineers, mathematicians, scientists, agriculture, businessmen like Kennedy Ejiofor. You need a range of people. Lawyers no doors. And me, I'm not a great fan of lawyers. They are trained liars. Most lawyers are. I'm telling you, they train them to be able to lie. That's why they defend their clients, even though their client has gone there and committed a crime. It's their job. They've been trained to lie. But may feels a parliament, more populated parliament, with more independent and normal thinking people. You have, see, Mahama now, I'm feeling him a little bit for one reason. We stabilize the city, but city, it's not the strongness of the city. It's stabilization of the country, the currency.
Yeah.
Because so-called China, they don't necessarily want a strong currency. When you go to places like China, you want a stable currency, not necessarily a strong currency.
Yeah.
When your currency is too stronger, it can affect your exports.
Good.
You have to understand the logics of economics. A currency should be stable rather than necessarily being too strong. But the way they moved it down is good. And on the corruption side, Mahama is ruling like Jerry John Rawlings without the military, of course.
Sure. Fantastic.
The economics, you say chroma type, chroma type, And the corruption, he's ruling like Jerry Rawlings. So you've got two persons in one, Nkrumah / Jerry Rawlings. It is not bad, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
It's done well.
Good. Good. Of course, it's a developing story. So definitely, we're going to touch.
It's a trick now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stop corruption. I have from it privately. Now, my idea. Now,
Good one. Good one, Amanfa.
It's a small trick.
Good one.
Thank you.
Good one. Great analysis always. Great analysis always. Nana Mankwa, political analyst all the way from London. Any D and Komo. Wamaya, very nice breakdown analysis of the boats, guys and battles. And that's for my main kind. Few messages, then we wake up. I say, good evening, bro. Good job. If politicians are always trying to protect one of their own at all costs, either the person has done something good or bad, then our nation would continue to be like this. Then truly, what OSP Kisi has said some time ago must be careful and check that very soon. I said the murderer would go to court to seek justice, bro. There's a saying that a thief is the one who always has a problem with a gone bitter. If Ken Nanaya Atta not afraid, he should appear before OSP. On a Sunday or the Bayanum. Was also former Agri Minister in Rawlings regime, Ibrahim Adams, was also jailed, PK and the Surprisingly, Ghana has become a cash cow for these unscrupulous politicians. I am surprised accountability has politically vendetta pursuant to arrest and detention of Wontumi. The pandemonium revolves around the dramatics unfolding. It's absolutely absurdity. What makes people think that they can embezzle state funds with impunity? Probity and accountability must work at all costs. PK in order by of course, PK, you know, always sound great. Good evening, Kweku. I am Ransford watching you live from La Paz. Kweku, this party called MPP, they are demon, wizard, witches and witches and wizards. Okay, witches and wizards. And they have they behave like maggot. God will punish the leader. To the last man. All right. Richard if La Paz no they was good evening, Mr. Annan. The NPP punish us too much for 8 years. They need to suffer for it now. The money belongs to all of us. Good evening, boss. I'm proud of your work. Dope work. May God protect and bless you. I am Muda at Alajo watching you live. Muda, good one there. I hope say BBI cause you Terry anymore. My mention. Oh, from Kweku. God bless you so much for exposing your brother. So-called. Wait, they said that some. So where are you coming from? What's it? My boss, calm down. Okay, I know they see there no. I come. I say good evening, Kweku. I am watching you live from Abelimpe. You are doing a great job. I really love your show. Tell the NPP karma would surely be their portion. Do you remember what they did to Victor Salome, Chachuchikata, and among others? President Mahama should do his job faster, so the bad ones would go to jail. My name is Celestine Emi Avonyo from Abelimpe. Oh, yeah, saying I'm so Obalis Kakra over here. Good evening, Annan. I am Musa from Amasaman, Peace Village. God bless you for good work. Please read this quotation for the politician. Judges chapter 1, verse 4 to 7. Okay. One fema, mini Bible no hasi. Okay, good evening, Annan. God will protect you and your work. Where are the active men in Ghana? Ghana need disciplined leaders. We pray to have more of your type to develop Ghana. This is Bashir from Ashaman. All right? Bashir, good one there. We shall say, Annan, thank you so much for educating the public. More grace to your elbows. Kudos. Watsi of Koforudia and Ode Ebae. Good evening, Kweku. My name is Ras Chacha Yape in the Gonja, in the central Gonja. I say I'm short of words. MPP, never again. I totally agree with lawyer Apia Kubi. Some MPP supporters and members are disgraced and shameful to themselves. Apia Kubi is an honest man, but some MPP members want to pull his legs. Okay, on his views, no. I can't believe what I am hearing. Ken Ofori Atta is dictating for we Ghanaians. My heart is bleeding. What an insult. Government must fish him out immediately. And some phone ben no. I am mad right now, Kweku. You be mad, oh, bro. You be mad. Also, in some woman what here, say Yankopon Kawakuma, Ubeki Kansem. We are saying good evening, Kweku. Hope you are doing well. I pray for you every day. God be your helper. OSP Ken Ofori Atta would face the menace he has initiated for the past. The NDC government must freeze all Ken Ofori Atta's assets. The law and the spirit of Ghana is waiting for Ken Ofori Atta and asking him questions. Henceforth, the spirit of Ghana will punish him and deal with him drastically. Oh, man, sham for Udi number. Sorry, why? Ane, Udino, Mentimian Famba. My mention so quick one. I say, I am Nana Kwesi from Malam. Connie, please let President Mahama arrest all the NPP members who have stolen our money and or they buy him. Which was a hi boss. I registered for the training. As at now, they have refused to give me a call concerning the. Please, this is not what I'm discussing. I mean discussing. We are sitting down on the floor to show sympathy is a serious curse to the person you are showing sympathy to. So NPP minority should give Ghana a break. Wamfa Nidino Amba any monso amudi videos. Please, there is a lady at the Kotoka International Airport taking money from travelers unlawfully. Who said, Mode, can I say, a honsam sembi aba yaw, a year shani maybe will phone you. Well, see, please, good evening. It is not only Ashanti regional chairman. They should investigate all the 16 regions chairman, especially my Savannah regional chairman. My name is Tika Suleimana Majid. My greetings to my honorable lawyer Shaibu Obey MP, something of that sort. Now, okay, folks. Good evening, Kwaku. Please, I am Ernest Kwanzaa from Dansuman. So Wontumi is telling Ghanaians that he's wiser than the Ashanti Kingdom for exposing gold bars on a table. Wontumi, please go and learn wisdom from there. Good job, big Kwaku. Kwaku, good evening. There are many people to be dealt with by this government, and they have only 2.5 years left for them. They should create a fast-track corruption tribunal to deal with the cases quickly. We want to see them in jail. Apart from Ofori Atta, former CEO of Tema Shipyard must also be investigated. Togbe Kotoko and Ode Ebae.